Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Anthony Crifase. Thanks for joining me in this video tonight. We're going to be discussing functional medicine topics. This is our weekly functional medicine talk. And tonight we're going to be talking about healthcare and why less is more. And so if you're tuning in today on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. And if you're watching this on social media, Facebook, please like this information, share this information. We like to provide as much valuable and good information to you on our channel. So if it's helped you and valuable for you, please make sure you share it with other people so they can benefit from it as well. So like I said, tonight we're talking about healthcare and why less is more. And what we want to talk about with this is that there are so many people who are doing so many things for their health right now, right? We all know people who are starting all these diets, they're joining gyms, they're taking pills, supplements, medications, whatever it might be. They're buying the newest gadgets, watches, wristbands, you name it. And yet they're spending all of their energy and their time and their money into all of these things when most of the time they don't need to do any of that. And so that's what we're gonna be talking about tonight, because there's just far too many people who are they can become lost in the sea of information, the sea of technology and all this stuff that we're bombarded with on a daily basis when they don't need to do probably 90% of it. And not only can they get healthier and get better, but they can actually heal from their health condition. So, whether they want to continue to be healthy or get healthy. So tonight we're going to talk about this. So the first thing we want to talk about is productivity, okay, and effectiveness, and how this is affected by doing all these different things, right? So the first thing we want to talk about is productivity and effectiveness. And so what we want to do here is just really, so when we spend all of our time doing 10 different things, it's very hard to get the results we want. For example, if we were at two people at a slot machine in Las Vegas, and we have two slot machines here, and one of the slot machines has 10 different slots on it, whatever it might be, and the other one just has one. We put all of our coins, all of our money into each slot machine every time. So we put one in one, one in one, one in one, and so on, back and forth. The chances of us actually winning money in this are pretty slim, right? Because you're putting in 1/4 for every single slot machine. Versus if we have another slot machine and there's only one slot in that machine and you're putting all of your money in over and over and over again, you have a much better chance of actually winning money here. And so this is the mentality that we need to start adopting, that when we are putting our energy into all of these different things, joining a gym and even just downloading all these apps to learn how to do whatever it is. There's so many apps now, and there's so many different things that we can do for our health. But a lot of times what happens is we spend so much time doing XYZ, all these 10 different things. Whereas if we did just one thing, that would benefit us more than all the others, right? And so I'm not saying that some of these apps can be very effective and very great for us to be able to track our progress, to track our health. But when we are spreading ourselves too thin, this is what can happen. And so instead of then, this brings us to our next point, which is energy. So what happens then is, instead of putting our energy into one thing and getting a result, we are now reducing the effectiveness of what we actually want to do. So if we're taking, all of these supplements and we're trying all these different weight loss diets and we're searching online days on end, and we're doing all these things, well, it's good that I encourage people to look after their health, but there's a time when you're tired and you're putting all of your energy into finding all of these solutions, when if you just do one thing and do one thing and focus on that one thing, it's gonna make a big difference. And so that's what we want to talk about, because if we certainly do have a health condition and we're seeing 10 different people, 10 different specialists, and we're chasing symptoms through medications, again, that's not going to get us anywhere. And so there's only just a few things that we usually need to do to really narrow it down. And so that's what we do with all of our patients when they come to see us. A lot of people have tried so many different diets, they've tried so many supplements, they've tried every workout plan on the planet, and we try to make it as simple and easy as possible for them because we want it to be easy so it's sustainable, because we don't want short-term results. Short-term results does not benefit anybody. It doesn't benefit the patient, it doesn't benefit us. We want to be able to help people. And so if we're providing just short-term results like a pill, that's not going to give them long-term goals. It's not going to give them long-term results, and we don't want to do that. So we want to help people long-term. We want to give people things that they can actually utilize for the life, for the entire life. So it's why we wanted to talk about this tonight. Just a little discussion on why less can often truly be more. And so, I encourage, there's so many people who are spending their time again, if they want to work out, then they could simply, go on a run, for example. If they want to go on a run, then they just need to start building more better habits and spending time focusing on those habits. And which is, another good point that we could talk about here today. But habits are really key to really making sure and sustaining long-term goals and sustaining long-term progress, because if we have a habit that we're going to run a mile every day, but all we do is download an app on our phone that's going to say, okay, you're going to run a mile tomorrow, and then we wake up tomorrow and we look at the phone and we say, okay, it says you're going to run a mile, but we never ran a mile. Well, does that do any good for us? No, and we just spend all the time, maybe money, buying that app and energy going on the app thinking about these things versus really just taking action on them. So I encourage you, if you are suffering from a condition, somebody who is suffering from a condition, please make sure you share this information with them, and I encourage you to take action today. There's so many people out there who are suffering with health conditions, and our mission is to truly help as many people as possible. So I'm Dr. Anthony Crifase. Thanks for watching this video, and have an amazing day.